Shri Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON.
Yes.
Gives a very brief about his background, what he was, what he became.
In 1933, he got Diksha, which is the initiation ceremony. He had a very strong determination.
How was the initial days of ISKCON in US?
It was 36 days of arduous journey. Crossing the Atlantic, it's not so easy. In between, he had 2 heart attacks. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is said that he appeared to understand the Radha Krishna Pranaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in that it is said, Iti Shodashakam Namnam Kalikalmashanashanam Nato Paratoropaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. Even today, if you go to Srirangam, that place is there where Mahaprabhu stayed there.
How big is ISKCON as on today?
We have more than 650 temples. When we establish a temple, taking care of the deity is very important.
Why the decision has come that such a big Narasimha temple came up in Mayapur?
Yeah, because that is the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
That's the answer that I was looking for.
Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamahyam Dadati Supadantikam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Thank you, Mr. Anil. Thanks for coming. We all know what is ISKCON from the outside point of view. Lot of temples, lot of followers all around the world.
Yes.
But in a very simple perspective of what is ISKCON, its background, its belief, its consciousness, all these things, let us have a very brief discussions about it. So let's start with Shri Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON.
Yes.
Gives a very brief about his background, what he was, what he became.
Correct.
Into the entire journey from his early life.
That's right.
To his being a part of foundation of ISKCON.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Please, sir.
Yeah. So, Srila Prabhupada, as we know, he was born in Kolkata. 1896 he appeared, and he was born to a Vaishnava family. They're basically Radhakrishna worshippers, and they were also following the Gaudiya Sampradaya. Gaudiya is one of the Vaishnava Sampradaya. So his father was a cloth merchant, and they had good business, and he was very favorable to Krishna Consciousness. So he was doing that despite running his shop and all that. And when Prabhupada appeared, so his name, they kept him as Abhay Charan.
Who kept it?
The parents, that is Abhay,
Okay.
Abhay Babu.
So that was his born name.
Yeah, and then and he was born on just after the Janmashtami day,
Okay.
the next day. So he was also
So
called.
there is a lot of correlation between what he became to what he was.
Yes,
Yeah.
so that Janmashtami. So that, and he was also pet name was Nandu, Nandulal. So like that, because Nandulal is again Krishna's name,
Yeah.
So this continued, and while he was at his early age only, they had a temple nearby where they were staying. I think they were staying in the Toliganj area, and their temple, Radhakrishna temple, was also there, run by the Gaudiya Vaishnava. So father used to take him, or parents, somebody used to take him. So he was quite attached to that temple also. And when Rath Yatra was there, so he demanded his father that you give me a Rath Yatra, small Rath Yatra, and they used to do and distribute the fruits, sweets, so like this. So this was because he had his sisters also, so they were all elder, and so this continued. And then when he grew up in an English school background, he joined Scottish College, which is run by the Britishers, the missionaries, and he was studying there, and that was around 1916, 18, like that. And that is the same time when Gandhiji came to India to start the Quit India movement. So everybody was talking about how to get freedom, freedom from the outsiders, the invaders, and everything, freedom struggle was going on. So he also got caught up with that because as a youth and the college, the circle was like that. So he was thinking that, oh yes, I should also fight for freedom struggle.
Be a part of it.
Part of it. So he continued. And then suddenly it so happened during that time that one of his friend, Narendra Malik, he said that why don't we go to one satsang, one Swamiji has come from the Gaudiya Sampradaya, and his lecture is there, we just go and attend. But Abhay was not interested. He said, no, I'm not, I don't want to come. I'm not so interested. But still he forced him, took him. And then they went to that place. It's in the Ulta Danga junction. That is the area. And it's an old Haveli, like how you find in North India, a typical Haveli kind of a place. And they were staying there. And in the terrace, he was conducting a satsang lecture. Some devotees were sitting there and listening to the lecture. And when moment he saw these two boys, the guru, his future guru, who is going to become Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So he pointed out to Abhay and then said that you young people, you young men, you're learning English, you're speaking English. So you please do this, go to the Western world and preach this Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada, Abhay Charan was very shocked to hear this. How somebody can, give a first, instruction like this, with not much interaction also. But somehow, as we know, gurus, they are aproksha jnanis, means they can see, they are visionaries. Yeah. They can see who can be a right shishya or a disciple for me. All those things, they'll have some kind of a vision. So that was there, and somehow it touched his heart. They continued with the class. They had some prasad, and then they came out. And all throughout, this was really, pricking him, that this message which was there. But he continued, and after that he got married. Then he had studied degree, and then his father friend had Dr. Bose had his own laboratory. So they were making medicines, the pharmaceutical medicines. Those days, it was used to be only about just 2-3 solutions they used to sell for, and the diseases also were very less those days.
No, diseases were more. The thing was, the number of diseases which was identifiable was very less. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So this was the thing, and then he started being a pharmacist. He was working there as a manager, and then he was paid handsomely. Family life continued, but over a period of time, he wanted to start his own. So he also opened his own pharmacy named Prayagraj Pharmacy, and then he opened in Allahabad, which is again Prayagraj. The place name is now renamed as. So like that, he continued there, and then he was shuttling between these two cities, and everything was going well. But suddenly, by the quirk of fate, whatever it is, he lost the money while that his money was stolen, whatever he had earned. And at the same time, while his family life continued, he was in touch with his guru and the Gaudiya Sampradaya, because he had established 64 temples all over Bengal and Orissa. So he used to meet him, and whenever that interaction was there, then it started growing, and then the devotional service, the bhakti yoga also was very prominent. And then in 1933 he got Diksha, which is the initiation ceremony. So that's how he became the disciple, and interactions were going on quite often. And whenever he had money, he used to donate it also to the Gaudiya Mutt. So that is how the relationship continued. But after a few years of his initiation, his guru, he left his body. So once that vacuum was there, it was very, it could not sustain. But somehow he had his own god brothers, the same peers who were there, the disciples of his guru, and they were interacting, they were discussing. And Abhay Charan also started learning by studying the scriptures, and he was making his own self-study, and then reading the previous acharyas' treatises, commentaries, and the Shastras, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all this he was reading. And that is how he got totally into this. Like by birth, they were from a Krishna conscious family, so it just continued. And later on, it so happened that he had to take sannyas also. and then he had to leave the home because if you have to be preaching, in that profession, so much of sacrifice. And then he also started Back to Godhead, one weekly or a fortnightly magazine. He used to go to the printer, take the manuscript, do the proofreading, and he himself was doing all alone. Nobody was there to assist him. He actually started one a league of devotees in Jhansi in the 40s, 50s, and he had just one disciple, one doctor, Acharya Prabhakar.
They were
like
couples,
that.
right? They were couples or only one?
Only he was alone. He was going there, and then he had one devotee as a disciple. But then not many people were taking to Krishna consciousness. And then the book distribution or the whatever was he was doing, that also he had to struggle all alone. And it went on. Then later on he decided that he will take a sannyas. Then he came to Vrindavan, stayed in a temple, and then prepared all the manuscripts for his Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. So everything was ready. And then because Guru had told, first instruction was that you know English, you better go to the Western world and preach. Because why that Guru had told was that his interaction was there with the Britishers. Britishers were there. His father in the 1850s, he was a district magistrate in Puri, Jagannath Puri, Orissa, where the temple is there. So like that, they had a lot of interactions, and they could see that the Westerners were very interested to, practice devotional services, Vaishnava literature and all that. So then this is the goal of any Vaishnava is that to spread the message. It's not that only I should get benefited, others also should get benefited. So this was the core principles. So this continued, and then now he had to go to the West, and his Guru had also told one more thing: if you get money, print the books. Print the books means it is going to reach a large number of people. So that was the idea. Of course, they used to collect some token money as donation and give the book. If suppose a book is costing 10 rupees, if somebody says, I'll give you 50 rupees, fine. I will take it as a donation and you'll use it. If somebody says, I'll give you only 2 rupees, even that you have to accept. Somewhere you have to, because your purpose is to give the books. So that's why we say we don't say sell the books. We say distribute the books, because these are all holy scriptures. So this happened, and he was just making his both ends meet. And now he had heard in Mumbai there was this Scindia steamship company. This actually steamship company was owned by one Morarji, Sumati Morarji. So they were doing this. They were in this industry, and they had cargo freight from Mumbai to Boston, New York, and all that. And it's a cargo. Cargo means only goods, like goods train. It's not a passenger ship. Passenger ship used to be very expensive. So he somehow got an idea that let me approach her. And before once he had approached her to get some money to print the books. So they were favorable. So he knew that why don't I ask her again if I have to go to US, because Guru had told go to the Western world and preach and print books. So both he was trying to do, but lack of money was still there. His god brothers, that his Guru's other Shishyas, the disciples who were there, many of them had tried going in the 40s, 50s. Some went to Germany, some went to Burma. Like that, they had gone. London, they had gone. But within 1 or 2 weeks, they had come back. So this was also one thing which has happened. But in case of Prabhupada or Abhaycharan Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he had a very strong determination. Somehow he had made it that is his life goal. That my Guru has told, I will have to somehow fulfill that.
Hook and crook.
No, means actually it's a divine intervention also.
Of course.
Yeah.
But at that point of time, you have to find a way to go there.
Yeah, because no resources, no money, no influence, but you still have to struggle for it. So he took it as a life challenge. And then he approached Sumati Morarji, and she said, Are, you are now almost 69, 70. What do you think that you will go to a foreign country, you don't know anybody there, you cannot manage their cold, it's a very, winter is very harsh, snowfall, how you will manage at your age? Just leave it, you just stay in Vrindavan and do your bhajan, and then, but then he said, no, I have to go. He was very adamant. And finally, she relented. And she said that, okay, I'll give you one space in the cabin of the Jaladuta. It's called Jaladuta. So in the Jaladuta, this Vishnu Duta got a chance to go.
Krishna Duta.
Yeah, Vishnu Duta.
Krishna Duta.
Krishna Duta. Yes.
Yeah, please go
Yeah.
ahead.
So he got a chance, and then he had to get the passport done, visa. And luckily, in Delhi, when he was in Delhi, he had one Agarwal family. One Agarwal, they were also Krishna conscious. So he had helped Prabhupada also for some books printing and all that. So his son Gopal Agarwal was in Pennsylvania. That is, Butler is a place. It's from Pennsylvania, about 4-5 hours journey. So that small town was there. And that town, I think, was famous for all these industries, mostly, I think, mining and these kind of industries. So he was working there, or auto industries. I'm not very sure. So he was working there. So he got the sponsorship from him, and then so he went and stayed there. So this is the journey. He got by her mercy, that businesswoman mercy.
How was the initial days?
Yeah.
How was the initial days of ISKCON in US? And
Yeah.
The initial period of
Correct.
people joining
Yes.
the new movement
Yes.
in an alien environment,
Correct.
and that too a purely Sanatana kind of a person
Yes.
going into kind
Yes.
of a place where they might have not have never heard about these kind of things.
100%.
So can you quickly go through it?
Yeah. So he went in that cargo ship. That was in 1965, I think August sometime. And he carried what? Some books, some Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, his biography written by one of the previous Acharya, Krishna Kaviraj Goswami. So that was there. And Bhagavatam sets, the printed sets, which he had got. And that was his only arti. And then he had $7. That day, $7 was worth 40 rupees. With that money, and with the hope that Gopal Agarwal, he'll stay. So he reached there. Somehow he had sent a vehicle. He reached first to Boston, and Boston to that place he had arranged a vehicle or something. And while going in the sea, because it was 36 days of arduous journey, because sea travel is very, very difficult actually. Like, people will get seasickness, no? That is also there. I mean, and in between he had 2 heart attacks while on the ship, and then crossing the Atlantic, it's not so easy, because the land mass from Europe till the America is not much, so too much of water, so it was always very turbulent. But luckily, when Prabhupada, initial days was little turbulent, but when Prabhupada got the heart attack also, twice he got, and he's written in his writings, letters and all that, he had darshan of Krishna. Somehow he was saved by Krishna. And after that, it was a smooth sailing. So he reached there, and he went to their house, Gopal Agarwal's house also. And his wife is a American, Sally Agarwal. So, and one fridge was there, one small apartment it is, and they had given him a room. But now one fridge was there. They were all non-vegetarians.
Yeah.
So they were having all those egg, mutton, everything was there. But again, Swamiji also, he had to have his own very sattvic food. So he used to always carry this brass cooker kind of a thing, steam cooker, where it has 3 layers. So he used to do that practice from a long time. And one you keep the rice, one you keep the vegetables, one you keep the dal. So that's it. So he used to do his own cooking, and he was maintaining there. Then he told them that you please take me to some few places. In Delhi, there was one from the, I think it was Ramakrishna Mission, and related to that, there was one Ramurthy Mishra. He was also living in New York, and he also had gone there for a spiritual preaching purpose. They were following the Mayapur philosophy there, and since he was attached to that mission, so he was also there. And he got the reference to him, and then he said that I want to meet you. So both of them met. They met, and then they had a lot of spiritual connections, because interested people, they were coming for their satsang. So Prabhupada also started his satsang, and then it went on for some time. Then after a few people coming in, the new Americans, young boys, they were coming. So many of them assisted Prabhupada and said that we'll give you some space, we'll find out some space. And that is how they got into this area right now, which is called 26th Avenue, 2nd Avenue.
I heard he was staying under a tree or something for a long time.
Yeah.
When was that and why was that?
No, actually the tree story is basically, there is in near this place where they were doing this.
Is this before
Kirtan.
he stayed in their place or after he
No,
stayed?
after, when he started going out to do the kirtan or the small outdoor,
garden, right?
Tompkins Square Park. So that was very nearby to this Matchless Gift, this 26th Avenue, So this Matchless Gift was the shop name before. Actually, it was a shop. Earlier, tenant was having this antiques, curios and all that. And the name of that shop was Matchless Gift. And this is the place where they got.
Okay.
See, he got lot of encouragement from many of the people who were attending his classes while he was doing his classes in the New York area. Many youngsters were there. Most of them, many of them were actually immigrants. The place where it is called Lower East New York, Lower East, it's like a slum area actually.
You're talking about after he settled down in Agarwal's house, and
then he came to New York because Prabhupada's in his mind was that I should go to the place where the highest of material opulence is there. If you do in a small place, you may not get that attraction. So what is the most materialistic, most fashion that day? Those days, New York was the financial capital of the world,
and also the
luxury,
other capitals as well.
And also fashion.
Yeah,
so many things were there. So his mind was to go there.
And also, I believe drugs and other things.
So many were there. In fact, in the 1965, when he entered America, just before that, the Vietnam War had started. So the American government were putting all these youth boys, they were drafting to the army. And many of the youngsters, they were not interested to go because they are already seen opulence. And with that opulence, they wanted comfort. And that by the time drugs was there, as you rightly said, and LSD was the new drug which has come. LSD is the new drug. Before that, marijuana, so many other weeds, so many things were there. Heroin, all these were there. But this LSD was becoming, people were getting attracted. And this LSD was giving them that kind of a very, hallucination kind of a thing. People used to just get lost, forget everything. The fact was that most of these immigrants who had come there for job, people who could get jobs were engaged in the city, but who could not get the jobs had to come to the slum, stay there because cost of living was very high. So this Lower East area was the place where all these drug addicts and these people were there, slum area.
So where is the first temple which he established in US? Where is that?
That was in it's San Francisco.
Okay.
And then New York, and then
when was that?
That was in 67 or something. 67, yeah. So these people were coming. So they used to be called as hippies, right? Hippies, and they had since most of them were dropouts, college dropouts, and all that. They had taken to drugs, and many people were interested in music. Some was interested in arts. So like this, they didn't have any vocation. And when Prabhupada in that Matchless Gift place, he had put a poster every 3 days in a week, Bhagavad Gita class, introduction to Bhakti Yoga. So all this, he was there. So they were getting attracted. So they started coming. And the best part was Prabhupada, he was cooking for all these 20, 30 people who were joining initially. He had purchased all these vessels and all that. And he was making a typical chapati, rice, dal, sabji. And he used to call that ISKCON bullet, the gulab jamun. That was an attraction. He used to spend like anything. Of course, he was getting some Lakshmi from all the people who were there. All those drug addicts just converted. And why? Because that is the power of a pure devotee. The pure devotee, because he can see from each of the soul how they will interact. And many of them were, half, part-time workers, freelance. So like that they were there. But since they were in that scenario, they could easily adapt to this culture also. Because one thing is that and many of them were also searching for divinity, searching for spiritual practices. So it was a God-sent gift that you have a Swamiji from India who has come here, and he started giving Bhagavad Gita classes and all that. So they took it just like very quickly they adopted.
So now, going back into the roots of the movement or Sri Prabhupada, I think the inspiration of Sri Prabhupada is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? That's in 1500s.
Yes, you're right.
So tell me something about him, sir.
So this Vaishnava philosophy, whatever we are doing, is called the Achintya Abheda Tattva. So that is simultaneous oneness and difference in the whatever is the creation is there. So that is to explain further. It is the association, the relationship between the soul and the super soul, the Atma and the Paramatma. So that is given in this Achintya Abheda Tattva. Bheda means separation or the differentiation. Abheda means oneness. So that is the concept that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had given. Like Shankaracharya gave Advaita, Ramanujacharya gave Vishishta Advaita, Madhvacharya gave Dvaita. So after the Madhva Sampradaya, this was the branch which came in Bengal. We call it as Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya, Madhvacharya. After that, Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Yeah, means he's a part of Vaishnavism itself.
Yes, the Madhva Sampradaya. Because
they also call it as Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
Right? Gaudiya Vaishnavism, yes. Yeah. So the core principle of this Gaudiya Vaishnavism is Radha Krishna Prema. So this is the essence. And as you rightly said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came he appeared in 1486 and in Bengal, today's Mayapur, which is the place about 150 kilometers from Kolkata, north of Kolkata. So that Nadia district. And in those days, Nadia district was the hub for all Vaishnava philosophy. Like how Varanasi, Kashi you had for the Shaiva philosophy, this was a hub. So many people used to travel there, and then they used to go there and study the Vaishnava philosophy. So that is how.
I think that is one of the reasons why the biggest temple came out in.
Yes, you're right.
We'll talk about that point.
Correct.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, and then there are actually acharyas have given. I mean, the biography written by Krishna Kaviraj Goswami, the previous acharya, he wrote it in he's named that treatise as Chaitanya Charitamrita. So the entire life history of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is given there. So in that, it is mentioned very clearly that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared just to teach us this bhakti yoga in the mood of in the Madhurya Rasa. There are actually 5 rasas.
What is Madhurya Rasa?
Yeah, Madhurya Rasa is a conjugal love. The conjugal love.
Can you briefly explain it in a minute?
The conjugal love is that means between the partner, between a male and a female.
Okay.
So generally it is the husband and wife, or the lover and the loved. So like this is the because this love is the one which actually takes you to the spiritual world. I mean, if you have to, if you adore somebody, you will actually
you express it.
You express it, and you will submit yourself, and then subjugate yourself, and then so that is how the love can establish. If there is no this giving away, then love cannot emerge because.
What is Gaudiya Vaishnavism? How it is different from the other Vaishnavism which was there earlier? Yeah,
I will just complete this for the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is said that he appeared to understand the Radha Krishna Pranaya. So the love between Radha and Krishna, which happened 5,000 years back in Vrindavan, today's Vrindavan near Delhi, Mathura Vrindavan. So that was to be experienced. So Krishna wanted to experience that. So that's why he came in the form of a devotee, and then he showed what is how to love God, the Krishna Prema, how you have to do. So it is said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a combination of the mood of Srimati Radharani, because Srimati Radharani was the topmost servitor for Krishna, and Krishna was the supreme Lord, and the mood of Srimati Radharani and the color of Srimati Radharani. that is, tapta kanchana gaurangi, we say, means molten gold, that color. So that is how he came, and then he established. So this is the internal cause. The external cause is that he wanted to spread this Hare Krishna movement, because this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is mentioned in many scriptures. In Kali Santarna Upanishad, it is specifically this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is mentioned there. Brahma told to his Narada, his son, or his Manasaputra, or his son, and then his, to him, Narada Muni, that this is the mantra which is going to deliver you in this Kali Yuga. This mantra is meant specifically for Kali Yuga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in that it is said, Iti Shodashakam Namnam Kalikalmashanashanam Nato Paratoro Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. So this 16 words which are there, 8 plus 8, is the one which will take you, cross over this material world, material Bhavasagar, or what we call the material ocean in the Kali Yuga. Santarna in Sanskrit can translate to crossover. Kali Santarna.
More.
How you transport yourself. So this is the mantra which is said. So this had to be established, and that is how he started this Sankirtan movement, and he toured all over India in the 1510. It is also established even today. If you go to Srirangam, when the Chaturmasa came, the Chaturmasa 4 months of July to November, all the yatis, sannyasis will not move any place. They will stay at one place and they will practice because those days it was like that. I mean, monsoon, so many things were there, and so he had stayed in Srirangam. Even today, if you go to Srirangam, that place is there where Mahaprabhu stayed there. So he did all this yatra to all the pilgrimage places. It could be Tirupati, Udupi, Thiruvananthapuram, Guruvayur. So most of these temples he covered, and then he spread this message. And Hare Krishna mantra was there. That's how he had a lot of followers with him. So this is the initial movement. How, as you rightly said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the main person to establish this Bhakti movement and Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
So how big is ISKCON as on today? The way it was conceptualized by Shri Prabhupada, with the inspiration of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, following the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, how big the ISKCON movement is, what it is as of now?
See, when Prabhupada established, he started ISKCON in 66. It was incorporated, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, in America as a separate trust. And in India, he also had ISKCON, which is registered in Mumbai as the trust, public charitable trust. So that was done later on. And in US itself, he was there from 66 to 77. In that 11 years, he had established 108 temples.
In US?
US and all over. Even in India also. At that time, Hyderabad was there, Vrindavan, Delhi.
So you are saying that Sri Prabhupada himself made sure that there is 108 temples in his lifetime under ISKCON movement all around the world.
Yes. And some of them were farm communities, goshalas, like that. And later on, now if you see, we have more than 650 temples and some farm communities. Many of them farm communities are there. Farm communities there. Basically, it is a where they practice Krishna consciousness. Temple is there, plus some agricultural land is there. They cultivate some food grains, vegetables, and then
where does it go?
All part of the temple only. Part of the temple only. But this is just to give that the olden days of living with the land and cow. Those days agricultural economy depend on that. So that we want to give, because Goraksha is very important. And if you have land, that also will go hand in hand for subsistence. I mean, this is a very sattvic way of living.
How much you said? How many temples? How many farms?
Around 850. Around that we have all put together. Plus, there are so many small
communities.
We call Namahatta, where the holy name is being spread.
The one place where you and me have a common connection.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Bahrain.
Correct. That's right. Yeah. Small centers, spiritual centers, Namahattas. So Bhakti Vriksha. So like this, many of these are also there. And we have few hospitals, some 1 or 2 Gurukuls are there. So like this, I mean, this is the growth it has happened.
So where do you want to go now from here? From a small tree side
Hmm.
spiritual center
Hmm.
to 108 temples all
And
around the
then,
world in his lifetime,
yeah,
to being 800 plus
yeah,
or 1000 plus
correct.
spiritual community or
Yes,
temples,
yes.
everything combined to what it is now.
Hmm.
So where do you think ISKCON is leading to? Is it only expanding into adding more cultural community or spiritual or temples, or is there anything else which is beyond that?
See, again, to form a temple, to construct a temple and all that,
It requires funding.
yeah, today's times,
Yeah.
we need so much of resources.
Yeah.
Like wherever the devotees are, giving a helping hand,
Yeah.
we are going to have the temples. Like
Yeah.
for example, in Bangalore, we have 4 temples.
Yeah.
And then so it all depends on how we get the resources. Now the 5th one is coming in Whitefield area.
Yeah.
So recently we had a temple in Mangalore.
Yeah.
We had inaugurated Navi Mumbai. You
Yeah.
saw that.
I saw that. Yeah.
So like this, each place we are coming up with the temples wherever there is a generous donation of the devotees, and to maintain again, we need a team. We need to have the devotees congregation. So if these things are there, it will be approved. I mean, we have central governing authority which they will take a decision.
I would be coming to that point. Since you raised the point now, I'll be talking it now. After Sri Prabhupada's
Yes.
passing away, or unfortunate incidents, how is the entire functioning of the ISKCON is happening? Because it's kind of a big institution,
Yes.
and I don't see ISKCON projecting anyone else as guru in the place of Sri Prabhupada. I'm sure no one can replace him. That's a different question. But you understand my point, what I'm trying to tell you? There is no one who is replaced by Sri Prabhupada as the supreme leader of ISKCON. So how is the entire functioning of the ISKCON is happening? How the decision making is happening?
Yeah.
Because it's such a big institution.
Yes.
Such a strong financial and governing is required to make sure it is functioning in the way it is functioning, keeping all the rules and regulations intact. So how is the entire functioning of the ISKCON is being maintained on the governed way?
Correct. So when Prabhupada was there in his lifetime itself, he had appointed he had called Governing Body Council, the GBC. So this initially he had appointed some members, 11 members. Some of them were sannyasis, some of them were grihastha, so like that. And that same GBC is even today it is continuing.
All around the world.
Yeah, so
a single body controls the entire.
It is a group now. It is a core of. It's a member thing. It's a group of members.
How many members are there?
It might run up to say 30, 40, like that. Over a period of time, it has gradually evolved. Because we have worldwide operations.
True.
When Prabhupada was there, it was very few temples and very few, management structure. But now, all over the world, you have Africas, you have Americas, 2 Americas, 1 Africa, Asia, and then Russia. So all these are being taken care, and each one of the these individual continents or whatever it is, they have their representatives. So they will be a part of this GBC.
Okay.
And also one team will be there, one who is expert in Shastric study. For example, Shastric study, he will be a part of the board.
Okay.
In the GBC. Somebody who is a legal expert. International affairs, everything.
So different walks of life.
Somebody in the finance. So like this, somebody as a businessman, he could be an entrepreneur. All people are there now. And some, even now we have even ladies, Matajis, who are there, a part of, because they may have some academic interest, or they may be able to, have that, social rapport. So many of them are here also.
So it's a collective decision making?
Yes, it's a collective decision
or it's a majority decision making?
Of course, majority will play there. It's a collective decision making, and that is how it is continued. And for each of that, for example, if a temple has to be established, we have a deity worship department. One department itself is there. So one head is there. So he has to approve. It's just not that somebody will start a temple.
Can you explain it very briefly?
Basically, that the deity worship department is one department who has the knowledge about how to maintain the deity, because when we establish a temple, taking care of the deity is very important. If any small offense or something happens, it will be a big problem for the movement.
So
and
it's
for
not like someone comes up with some money and say that I want to establish
yeah.
a temple. It's not been approved.
Yeah, correct. Means they will see whether they have resources, people are there to do the, because establishment is not a issue. Maintenance is very important. So you have to see that you have resources and people to attend to the deities. So it is a very, very serious and a very intimate affair with the lordships. So that has, and we have to take care of the congregation, because so many devotees will come to have darshan of the Lord. So we have to have that set up the maintenance part, organizational part. So all these things are there. So generally everything, these are taken care.
So taking care of devotee, even for a small one,
Yeah.
if it requires such a big kind of a process and all
Yes.
these things, I would like to understand what it would have been taken for taking a decision to start up one of the world's biggest temple in Mayapur.
Yes.
What is that? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, why means why the decision has come that such a big Narasimha temple came up in Mayapur. I'm sure the Mayapur is having a very strong background for ISKCON.
Yes.
But why only Mayapur?
Because that is the birthplace of Chaitanya Prabhu.
That's the answer that was I was looking for.
Yep.
Because I had the question that why it was Mayapur, why not it was Vrindavan,
Correct.
or why not it was Gaundia areas where, of course, Mayapur comes always nearby, but that was one thing.
And that temple, what you're talking of,
can you give me more on that?
Yes.
Because that's something which caught my eye was the interior of how it was designed and the grand statue of Narasimha
and all the Radha Krishna.
So just help me out with
some of this. So this when Prabhupada was there, he wanted to have one big temple. I mean, this has been there even in our previous acharyas also. Many of them had visualized where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. That place is going to be the spiritual capital of the world.
Makes
so in the 74, 75, Prabhupada had a desire that temple should be established in Mayapur, and they started the temple. But he had one more desire, to have a temple of Vedic planetarium. That is now called TOVP. So that is the one which is already just come up there. It is just to be, it's almost ready for inauguration. So this temple for Vedic planetarium, as you understand, planetarium is the one how our cosmic is appearing, and which is related to the Vedic. So why? Because in the 5th canto of Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, the entire our material cosmic, the whatever is the lokas, all the lokas are there. Entire cosmic creation is mentioned in this 5th canto. So and there in that very important thing is called the Sumeru hills. Actually, if you read the Shastras, something you heard about this, no? Sumeru, it is said it's a gold mountain. But we cannot see that, but it is there. So like this is the thing.
Where was the reference of Sumeru?
In the Bhagavatam, 5th canto.
Okay.
So that is why Prabhupada wanted a temple to be there, so that we can show to the world how our Shastras have given about the cosmic manifestation. So he wanted to show all the lokas. The 14 lokas are there. The Bhuloka, Swargaloka, Maharloka, Tapaloka, Brahmaloka, or it could be Patala. This is just one part of it. This is the material world. But there is also spiritual world, which is the Golok Vrindavan, Ayodhya Dham. So like this, all the places are there. So this has to be shown. So like all the planets revolving around and the sun moving. So all these things had to be shown. So that was his desire. And that model is also ready. So that's why if you see the temple, it goes like a dome. It's a huge dome. It's I think 3rd largest dome or something after that Saint Peter Basilica in Rome. So like that, they have taken that the dome structure, so that in that the entire cosmic manifestation is revealed. And for that, Prabhupada had asked his disciple. Who was the disciple? Is basically that Amrish Prabhu. Amrish Prabhu is actually Alfred Ford. He is the great grandson of Ford Company, America. See, when they were in Hawaii, Prabhupada met him. They were staying in Hawaii, and then he became a disciple. He just accepted Vaishnavism, and then he became, and then he is such a wealthy, rich man. So Prabhupada identified him and then said that I'm planning to have a Vedic planetarium in Mayapur. Why don't you help me? He said, yes, of course, I will. And then he contributed a lot. Huge wealth he contributed. Actually, budget was around Those days it was around 500, 600 crores. In that, maybe 50% is given by him. And of course, he collected from his sources. All over the world, people have collected. So that is the thing. And it's a very vast temple. I mean, in the central hall, it's a circular central hall. It can have about 10,000 devotees standing. They can have darshan. The front will be Radha Krishna and Ashtasakis. Then you have the acharyas. Then separate for that temple, separate altar for Narsim Dev, for some gurus. So all these are being planned. It's a massive temple. Hopefully, I think in another 2-3 years it should get inaugurated.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Lot of prawns and discussions happened,
Yes.
but still you made up your time and came down. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I should thank you at the same time, giving an opportunity to discuss something about ISKCON, Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
The one what you and me discuss offline, we are discussing it in front of camera.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for taking time.
Yeah.
And pleasure is all mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.